Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imani and I love all things planner and self-care related. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss new content. Y'all, I am really excited for this video. We're gonna walk through some of my favorite items from the June 2024 Cloth and Paper's Intentions box. I'm pretty sure that's the new name of the box. That's their monthly subscription box. And then we are going to plan for the upcoming week. I'm really excited. As you can see, there are some changes here. I got a new desk mat. This is pink. I don't know if it's coming off. It's pink on camera. It might look a little gray, but it is pink. And look, I found this cute felt coaster. I will be sure to link it below, but you can also find it in my Amazon link as well, my storefront. I don't know what's going on with me, y'all. Maybe it's the summer. Maybe it's just turning 30, but I'm feeling way more colorful than I am typically used to. Y'all know me, y'all know I love the beiges and the olive greens, but something in me just really wants to love pink. I'm looking around my desk right now. I have my purse that's pink sitting on a chair in front of me. Y'all know my favorite highlighter has been pink lately. I bought these pink pens from Muji, so I don't know what's going on. Let me know if you experienced anything like that as well. But it's like I turned 30 and just fully embraced everything that I love, which includes all things pink. So we'll see how long this lasts, but right now I'm loving it. Let's get started with first walking through some of my favorite items. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I actually cheated a little bit because y'all know I normally film on Saturdays, but this actually came in on Saturday. So by the time I got back at home Saturday evening, it was already here and I said, great, I just wanna peek at it and figure out what is in the box because I knew a little bit of what was in there just because I had been on Instagram more than usual, but I still wanted to just kind of peek for myself. And first, what I'm gonna do before I walk through some of my favorite items, I wanted to test these pens. One is a Pilot pen, it's the V-Ball 0.5. It says pure liquid ink, so I would anticipate that this is pretty bold. Tomorrow would be the 17th, so let's just write the dates. Okay, so this pen, let me bring this up because I feel like it's really thin. I really like this. This is a really smooth writing experience. There truly is no grip on this, which is not my favorite, and it has a top. But luckily, the top is so big, I feel like if this were to drop, I would never lose it. Like, this is gonna stick out like a sore thumb. But we can just put that there for now. But this was like a really interesting writing experience because the pen nib, hopefully that'll focus this time. I know it didn't focus last week. It's super thin. It feels thinner than 0.5. And although it's bold and it says pure liquid ink, it's not, like there's not a lot of ink that comes out of the pen when you're writing. I don't know what that's called. I'll have to do some research on pens, but compared to like the Kokuyo Emi pen, I feel like although it is 0.5 as well, there's more ink that comes out when you write, but this seems thinner than 0.5. So I'm actually pretty shocked. I do like it though a lot actually. It's not the most aesthetic pen on the outside, but it's really cute. Okay, next up is this Schneider pen. It's a Top Ball 845 and it's a 0.3 millimeter. And it says the pen body is made of 82% recycled plastic. So we love to see that. It was made in Germany. Let me test this one out too. I'm really intrigued by it. It reminds me of the Pilot V-Ball pen that we just tested out, but I want to write Juneteenth here. Let's see how this writes. Okay, so I would say that the difference is this pen right here is less like a gel pen. I don't know, this feels more like a gel pen. Let me bring it up and maybe you can see the difference. That seems bolder. The Pilot V-Ball seems bolder than the Schneider pen. They're still really great, but by far the V-Ball is my favorite, and I would probably just set this one aside, or especially in my car because I realized I don't have a pen in my car. And y'all know that the Black culture, every time we drive to like a baby shower or a wedding, something like that, a birthday party, we're always signing cards in the car before we go in. And I don't have a pen in there. So I think this would be a really good pen to write with in cards that I'm gifting to someone. So this is gonna be in my car. I actually plan to use this in this week's spread. I just kind of wanted like every meeting or big item that's going on during the week on this sticky notepad, which I got from Muji. I wish I lived closer to a Muji store because I really like this. I've used this in a ton of different ways. I've used it for affirmations. I think it's a great way to kind of pre-plan if you're interested in that. But also one thing I was thinking about is meal planning, because we're trying to be like more careful about eating out because it can get really expensive, especially if you're ordering delivery and you're paying all those fees and tip for the driver, and it's just a mess. So I think this is a great notepad. If you live near a Muji store, I think it would be really good to pick up this and any pen that you want because they have great pens. Okay, so the pens were good. I would give them an 8 out of 10. The Schneider is not my favorite, but I really do like the Pilot pen. Let me know your thoughts on the pen if you got the 2024 June intentions box as well. Okay, so the next thing that was really intriguing to me is this traveler's notebook. This reminds me of the Erin Condren like traveler's notebook. There was a term that they called it and I cannot for the life of me remember, but they used to have like the string here, then you open the string and instead of a clasp, and then you have the option to put any 4 notebooks in here that you wanted. Now I know we started this video talking about how I have this intense love and focus on pink right now, but I really, really do love the neutrality of these notebooks. The first notebook is a dot grid one, so I think that's great for just jotting down things quickly. Next is the executive notebook. So I think that is, okay, so that is the day, month, date, subject. I think these are great for meeting notes or just, like I said, jotting down something quickly. And what I like about this rather than the dot grid one is that you can actually circle the date that you wrote down those notes that you needed. So that's a great way to jazz up anything that you're writing down on the go. Next up is the task planner. If I'm not mistaken, this is probably like a to-do list type of thing. Yeah, so I like to use this as a to-do list. You can just write out the list and use that left column for a check mark. There's definitely a few different ways you can use this. And the last one, I was hoping it would be lined, but it's actually the monthly admin. So you should have like that, yeah, that calendar layout. It is a Monday start. Oh, that's exciting. Then there's room for important dates. Then you have notes and tasks on the right. I think this is a great product if you are on the go, you're in the car constantly, and you need like something to pick up and plan on the go. I think this is great for me when I'm carrying a bigger bag, but sometimes I carry like really small bags. So for example, I often carry like the smallest Telfar bag, which is super small. Like this would not fit in there. So I think if you're just out and about and you have a tote bag, this is great to throw in. But if you're going out or something like that, then you probably wouldn't need it because you might be carrying a smaller bag. But just opening the clasp, again, there is space for a little pocket here. I think you could throw in any sticky notes that you have, any tabs that you need. This is a little too big for that flap, but if you wanted to throw something like this, which is their page flags, I think you can definitely do so as well. In the back here, there is a little slit for like a folder pocket. I don't think this would fit in here either because this is a little, yeah, it's a little longer than what I think is meant to go in there, but I think that'll be a great place to throw some sticky notes in there or anything that you need. Now, the one thing that I realized was missing is a pen loop. I would love to have a pen loop in here somehow. I don't know how it would work. Maybe through this area right here. I don't know if you can like see directly through it, but I would love to have had maybe like a pen loop there, so that way I would always have a pen with me on the go. But I really like this product. I'm gonna give it a go. Like I said, sometimes when I'm going out like to a bar or something like that, I necessarily wouldn't carry this, but if I'm just out and about running errands going shopping on a Saturday afternoon, I think this would be great to take along with me. So those items that we just went through are by far some of my favorites from this month's box. Now, I know that we got quite a few other things. The dashboards and the vellum papers, they're great. Like, they weren't necessarily like, oh my gosh, I really, really need these, but I think they're great. They were fine, they work. I might use it, I might not use it, I don't know. I'm not that excited about it, as you can tell. What intrigued me are these colored, I forgot what they call them, like dividers. If I'm being honest, I don't know how to feel about them because I don't know if I like the color. I did add one to my planner just to see how it would look, and I don't even think you can really see it. I just threw the top one in here. It's fine. I don't know if I like the color, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If you got this month's box, let me know your thoughts on these dividers. It's just okay, right? I think I would prefer if it was maybe like clear all around, but like they're okay. So I'm not like terribly upset. I don't think I'm gonna use all of them. I want to try using one of the middle ones and keep that as a divider for any like business items I'm doing. So for example, I would probably use this one or maybe the one below that. Let's see. So this. Yeah, I would probably use this one or maybe even the one after that. I keep changing my mind. Yeah, okay, I'll use this one. And we'll just test it out because maybe it's just something I need to get used to. I love the idea of these though, and I think these are the low profile dividers as well. So this is definitely convincing me to get the low profile version. But I don't know, y'all, it just doesn't like stick out to me, and I think that's just because of the color. Oh, did I have this the wrong way? Okay, let me take a few moments off camera to figure out how to remove the film and figure out which way is up and which way is down. So the dividers came with these transparent label stickers. I was hoping there was one for like business or something of that nature, but they seem pretty schedule based and not subject based. So let me take them out. Okay, I'm glad I took them out. So these will probably be incredibly hard to see, but this is the time one where it's like Sunday through Saturday. Then there is like daily, weekly, next week, weekly review. This one is more of the essentials base. So there's tasks, projects, ideation, inspiration, brainstorm, priority. I think this will definitely be the one I go to. This one is more category. So you have wellness, shopping, family, meals, routine, gratitude. So definitely less like businessy. I think this would be the way to go. Now, I don't know which one I want to use for business. I already have an inbox divider, so I don't want to use inbox. Maybe I'll use projects. I'm leaning towards projects because that feels more businessy to me. But I think you have great options here. You can use inspiration, ideation, tasks, so on and so forth. Here's kind of the final look of the projects tab. As you can see, these are definitely not the low profile ones. So this is directly next to the biz info tab that I have, and it's in my notes and list section. So I like that I can just pull it out and start planning for the business as I need it, but it's not like it's not its own kind of like main divider. You know what, y'all, in this stage of life, I'm gonna try it. We're gonna try it. We'll see how we like it. If I don't like it, at least it's just a divider, and you know, it's not something that's permanent. We can definitely just take that out. But I want to take out this test one that I did here, and then we can start planning for the upcoming week. So if you got the June 2024 intentions box, let me know your thoughts below. What are your thoughts on the box? I like the traveler's notebook. Do I think I'm gonna use it long term? I think time will tell. And I think it's great if you're like on the go. I keep thinking of moms for some reason, or like parents who are sitting at their kids' soccer game and you're in the car and you just need to write down a quick list. I think it's great for that. For me, because I tend to lean towards smaller bags, especially at nighttime, I don't know if it's going to be something that goes with me constantly, but I'm going to give it a try because I think it's absolutely beautiful. The quality is there. It's perfect. It smells like really good, like leathery smell. So I think it's great. Again, I'm really curious to see how I use that. Other than that, I think it was a good box. I liked a couple of pens. I do miss getting like 3 or 4 pens and highlighters, but I get it. You know, times have changed. So let me know your thoughts on the box below. We are going to actually start with this sticky note first. Okay, so I just wrote a few things that I want to focus on this week. There's no work on June 19th, which is Juneteenth, a holiday here in the United States. But other than that, then there's the board meeting. Everything else is kind of task oriented, so I'll just highlight those main things there, and then we can add it to our planner after we are done. So some of this will be a little repetitive, but y'all know me. Oh my gosh, it's the first day of summer. Wow, okay, completely forgot that that was a thing. To me, it was already summer in my head, so maybe that's why I just completely forgot, but I'm excited. It's supposed to finally like be consistently hot this week. We were in the 80s and like low 90s a couple weeks ago, then we've dropped down to like the 60s and 70s, but now it's consistently going to be at least 80 degrees, so I'm very excited about that. To no one's surprise, I am gonna use pink again. I know one day I promise I will get over this pink thing, but right now it's just my favorite. I can't help it. I'm so sorry. So again, we're gonna just write down the big things down here. It's gonna be at 6:30. And then really that's like the big thing I want to write. I think we're gonna do a date night on the 21st or 22nd, but because that's still up in the air, I'm not gonna write that down yet. And then I do technically have a massage for the 23rd, but I may reschedule. We'll see. We got a lot going on, a lot to do. As usual, we're gonna put finance check because I like to just go over everything, check for any issues, any unauthorized transactions, which you should always do, trust me, and make sure everything is good as I plan financially for the upcoming week. So this is actually a little bare, but we're gonna go for it. Okay, as far as the to-do list is concerned, let me pull out my prior to-do list so we can prep for this. What's really unfortunate is I love how bold this Keep EE or Keep Right deli pen is, but it's a skipper, y'all. Y'all can see that there was some skipping on the A and on the E, but it's not to the point where I'm ready to throw it out yet. So I'm hoping that this was just a fluke, but I'm going to highlight the really important tasks here, which would be planning for July and tracking deliveries and finishing a book and rescheduling my, says apartment, but I couldn't fit the other T, so that's appointment. But it's all good. Okay, I'm gonna put this somewhere. I'm thinking on Friday. I think Friday would be low focus enough to the point where I might not write a to-do list on that Friday. And this is it for now. I know that this is going to be way more filled up by the time we get through the end of the week, but this looks good. This is a great blank slate to kind of move forward and motivate myself throughout the week. Well, this is it for today's video. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about the products you've seen in today's video, you already know that you can let me know in the comments below or send me an email. Whatever works for you works for me. Again, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Have a great week. Bye, y'all.